All right, what's good, bro? It's your boy TJ Grayson, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Realest Living podcast. Be sure to go to Rumble and watch the podcast a day early. Watch TJ's Thoughts, the show that I drop every Saturday. Episode 3 coming really, really soon. If you want to have some kind of advertisement on my on the podcast before the show starts, kind of like I've been doing with the autism awareness thing, just let me know if you're like a content creator or something and you want to put a little trailer together for your channel or your Twitch or whatever. Let me know and I'll add it to the front, and I'll even put a little voiceover over it if you don't. So yeah, so there's that. Working on other things, conspiracy theories and things of that nature. And be sure to stay tuned for more information. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we have a new guest on the show. So my guy, introduce yourself.
My name is Malik Alexander, Corinth resident, as well as the hostess cousin. Just found that out about 20 minutes ago after a little discussion.
Yes, sir.
But cuz, I'm glad to be on here. Knew you for years, fought with you for years, and let's get this shit going.
Right. I will say too, before I actually dive into the show, that I have a lot of respect for him. And actually, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been so driven as to try to get on the podcast. I mean, because every time I would see him, he would be like, "Hey, man, when you gonna start the pod up, man? When you gonna have the pod? When you gonna start it up? I need to be a guest on there so we can go in there. We can talk shit about these motherfuckers." I was like, I need to do it. And I will say I appreciate you for fucking with me like that, man.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Look, dude, it's nothing but a thing, man. But I mean, podcasts are literally the shit these days, and so I feel like with more podcasts, the more people can gain from it. Because I don't know about you, but my tax dollars ain't worth a fuck because these kids ain't learning a fucking thing in school. And so I want my tax dollars and shit like that to give people knowledge and as well as help somebody in the near future.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, we're going to go into the random facts for the show that I just, normally start with. They're just going to be random ass facts. I think a lot of them I just pulled from wherever. And, maybe you might find something out you never knew. So the first fact is more than 1/5 of all calories consumed by humans worldwide is from rice.
Good thing I don't eat a lot of rice.
People can have a psychological disorder called boanthropy that makes them believe that they are a cow, and then they try to live their life as a cow.
What the fuck? Really, bro?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Like, dude, there ain't no fucking way that there's anything that anybody can fucking tell me and make me believe that I'm a cow. I mean, I'm just going to be real with you, dude. It's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. There's a name for every fucking thing these days.
For sure. Sonic the Hedgehog's actual full name is Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog.
Ogilvy?
Ogilvy, yes.
A little wild, but
yeah,
I'd have never figured that, but I dig it.
Oh yeah. The collars on men's dress shirts used to actually be detachable. This was to save on laundry costs, as the collar was the part that needed cleaning more frequently.
It's pretty damn cool right there.
Another thing I didn't know, but I kind of figured because I used to work there a little bit. Walmart's most popular item is actually bananas. They sell more bananas than any other single item that they have in stock.
Now, cuz, we in the South. It's not bananas. It's nanas.
Oh, no.
Nanas. It's nanas.
Like what you say, there's no amount of convincing that you could do to make me call them a nana.
Give you an English lesson.
Ain't that what y'all, ain't that what people call their grandmas?
Nana, nanny, whatever. But
Nana
there is a difference. There is a difference. I'm going to go to the store and get some nanas. That means you're going to get some fruit. But I'm going to see Nana. That means I'm going to see Grandma. That's what that means, bro.
I got you. All dogs are banned from Antarctica since April 1994. The ban was made because there was a concern that dogs might spread diseases to seals.
Well, I mean, it's cold as shit there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd ban them little furry motherfuckers too.
Okay, well, we're gonna go into the first topic. This topic was actually provided by uh, the other person that was supposed to be here, but he'll be here next week. I hate we have to do it without him, but I didn't have enough time to change on the fly. So the first one, he wanted to talk about the generation of men and women. Specifically, he wanted to talk about why the generation of men don't want to be men anymore and why they are too sensitive. And he wanted to talk about why women exploit themselves and are money driven.
Well, my personal opinion, I think that men ain't men today is because there's a lot of single mothers out there that have to do both jobs, which for granted I had both parents. And so I know I get the best of both worlds. And to me, that's fortunate and that's something that money can't buy. And, uh,
Absolutely.
and I believe that women are so money driven because I mean, nobody really and truly just has one child anymore. There's not too many people that you find that has one child. And usually they have two, three, or four. And so you got this kid wanting to do soccer, this kid in cheerleading, this kid in basketball, baseball, and football. So a lot of your jobs, especially in your area, they're not going to pay for you to have that kind of money. That way you can do that for your children. And really and truly, man, it's just women exploit themselves. Why? Because they really don't have to get on a street corner anymore and sell themselves. There's things like OnlyFans and this and that to where they can sit in the peace and comfort of their own home and do what they want to and still make money.
Okay. Well, all right. So, for my opinion, why I think men are a little bit too sensitive today, well, I think that the world has kind of given attention to a lot of sensitivity, and I think going back to your point, a lot of men are growing up with single mothers, and respectfully, I don't think that a mom can really illustrate to a boy how to be a man.
I agree with that
So,
110%.
and I have a very, very bad take, I suppose, on single motherhood. Um, and I won't really go into detail about it, but what I will say is that, you know, I think these women are growing up raising sensitive men, and they're also growing raising women to hate men because of the terrible choices that their fathers made, like the baby's fathers, but also that they made because they choose who they have sex with, they choose who what the baby, if the baby can come out. More than likely, I know Roe v. Wade limited their power just a little bit, but they can still go to a state if they don't want to have the baby, they can get rid of it. Also, they have 33 different forms of contraception and things like that. So uh men, I think, have kind of adapted because, like you said, 20, well, I don't even say 20, let's say like 40, 50 years ago, the man was primarily the in the workforce. The woman didn't really have a job. She stayed home, took care of the house. Now, women are encouraged to go out and make money. They go out and they make money. And as women make more money, their standards go up because women ultimately want to be taken care of, and finances is a part of that. So if
Sure.
if they're making $80,000 a year, they're typically not going to want to date a man that doesn't make at least $80,000 a year. So their standards go way up, and a lot of men don't meet up to their standards.
Well, this is my message for the women. Really and truly, if you make 80,000 and I make 40,000,
What's on?
yeah, it's on. You make 80,000 and I make 40,000, the 40,000 that I don't make to match yours, I'm going to give you shit money can't buy. And if you can't accept that, then you can go on and get you some yonder. That's just how I feel about it.
I feel you. Now, to go about why women are so quick to exploit themselves and stuff like that, I think that, and why they're money focused. Well, I already kind of went over why they're money focused. It's because they're encouraged by single mothers. The single mothers are, hey, you don't need no man. You go out and you can go out and get your degree, go out and get you a job, make the money, and take care of yourself. You don't need a man, and that goes well up until they get a little bit older, and then their options aren't really as high as they used to be, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to get little 8-year-old Clayton to go in there and kill a spider for you if his little ass is scared of spiders, too.
I agree, but that's why you need both parents in the home, so the dad can tell him, stop being a bitch, go in there and kill that spider, or I'm gonna go kill this spider for you, and the next time you're gonna go kill it. Instead of, don't worry, you don't have to kill the spider. I'll do it this time, and next time, and that time. Because women are natural nurturers, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just men sometimes they need that. You gotta have the good cop, bad cop kind of thing. But again, I think feminism has kind of, modern day feminism that is, has kind of pushed women for sexual liberation and pushed women to say, hey, you can do what a man does, whereas men can go out and they can have sex with a bunch of women and they'll be praised or whatever. Women kind of feel like, well, I can go out and I can, have sex with a bunch of guys and I should be praised, but it just doesn't work that way. Um,
You'll get laughed at,
yeah,
and made fun of, and called a lot of names real quick.
it's a vicious double standard, but hey, double standards exist. And also, truthfully, it's us. Women are very intelligent because women know that they can flaunt their sexuality, right? They can go out and they know, well, this cop is gonna pull me over. I might go to jail, but if I show him my titty, I might not be able to. I might can get out the ticket. Or if I flirt with him a little bit, he might be able to give me a discount on this. Or I know that if I want to take this trip, then maybe I can just send him a couple nudes and he'll throw me some money. And there's these simp ass men that'll do it. So women are very, very smart. They know that they can get their rent paid just by flirt. And there's nothing wrong with maximizing your sexuality to get the most benefits, because to me, that falls on the man for being not knowing his worth and just giving free resources to women.
Fuck that. Fuck a simp.
Yeah,
Instead of buying pussy, go get you some game and earn it from your mouthpiece.
That's right. Okay. Did you have anything else on that topic? Because that was the first
Well, man, really and truly, I'm on your shit.
one.
And as far as the men, or why are men so the sensitive topic about it.
Mhm.
A lot of times, some women also try to tell their sons, quit crying, don't be a bitch about it. And something about me, this is a fun fact about me. Most of my time coming up, I was with my daddy and my grandmother because my mother always worked. She was usually pulling 12-hour shifts, which my dad did too, but my dad worked most of the time 6 to 2:30 or something like that. So of course I had more time with him. And I was always taught I'd rather be a man around a man that isn't ashamed to cry than a man that won't shed a tear.
It depends on what you're crying about, because I don't think there's anything wrong with a man crying,
Me either.
but
I ain't crying over no pussy though.
I don't think that women respect men when they cry.
No,
A majority of them, at least.
you're looked at different because you're looked at when you cry, especially in front of a woman.
She loses respect for you.
Yeah, you're looked at as soft.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you want me to show you some kind of compassion, some kind of sensitivity, but I'll have to go do it behind closed doors. Why? Because you think that I'm soft.
I would say go do it with your male friends. I would think that would be the best option, is to go talk to your male friends. Some people that won't really judge you. Now men are men are
Some
very
man will
judgmental.
clown your motherfucking ass.
But that's why I said you really gotta have a good circle, a good like council of people to be around, that you can deliberate with, that won't, like I said, a good childhood friend. Like I know if I went and I broke down and cried in front of my best friends, there would be no judgment. I think you need real, genuine friends that, I mean, we've all vented to each other and stuff like that. Those are the people you go and talk to. But I think when you do it in front of your girl, it's like she's supposed to be, she looks at you as this knight in shining armor, this drill sergeant to lead the military into war. If your drill sergeant starts crying, it compromises it'll compromise her like ability to find security in you because it's like, wow, like, you're supposed to be, if you're breaking down, then we're all fucked. If you come home from work and you're crying because, they've mistreated you at work, it's just, I always encourage men. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with crying, but I would say a majority of women don't like it. So it's just best to not do it in front of her.
Exactly.
It sucks. You just got to have male friends because I know a lot of guys that have cut off all their male friends and they have no choice but to cry in front of her. And I'm like, that's not good. Not a good thing.
You kind of look like a square.
Big time. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to the second topic. The second topic are actually just some random questions that I found for men specifically. Right. So, the first question, what is something that is childish that you still enjoy?
Something childish that I still enjoy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you, what's the most childish thing that you enjoy?
I still play Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I don't know. It's really childish, but I still love hearing like somebody like a really good fart. I think that's really funny to me. Like I don't know. Like if it's really quiet and somebody just like farts really loud, it's just so funny to me. So yeah, I mean, I would say that. It's probably one of the childish things that I still enjoy.
Okay, a childish thing that I still enjoy is I'm not really a wrestling fan, but when Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series come on, I do enjoy watching those.
Oh man, you'd consider that to be childish? I mean, I guess it's something you watch as a kid, but
I did, and then when I grew out of it because I went to a WWE event and I found out that shit was fake.
Oh man, no.
And I was like, and it ruined me because
it's not fake.
Some of it,
it is choreo. It's like a movie, like you're watching a TV show.
It's a male soap opera. Let's just be real. It's a male soap opera.
I wouldn't know about that.
To an extent, it's a male soap opera.
Stunt doubles that do their own stunts. They're also actors, and they rehearse. They go and they do like. All these matches are planned because obviously nobody's gonna lay on the ground for 5 seconds to wait for somebody to jump off of a top rope and land on them. I mean, that's just not feasible in a regular fight. So it's just, I wouldn't say it's fake in the sense of, I guess it's not real because everything that's happening isn't gonna happen in real time. But it's real in the fact that it's it's a movie. It's like obviously like when I watch Spider-Man, I know that Spider-Man's not real, but and Dr. Octopus is not real, but
I mean, growing up as a kid though, man, in what they would call the Attitude Era, I'm gonna go on a little on my nerd shit because some people don't know about that, but the Attitude Era was real, and as you're a kid, man, you're really thinking that these some bitches are really getting hit with cars and really getting hit with sledgehammers and all that there.
They are.
But when you see a live event of that shit, you're like, damn, dude, some of this shit's fake. I don't know why I feel this way about this. You know what I mean?
I got you. I'll we'll be on that forever. Okay. So the next question is, what is the worst and best thing about being a male?
The best and worst.
Yeah, like you can say what the worst is and then the best.
One of the worst things about being a man is, and it goes back to that other topic, we can't express our feelings and things like that like females do. And another bad part about it is that being a man, when you do get with a woman, it's almost like you're responsible for every bad choice that she has made. That is the worst part about being a man. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like that's the worst part about being a man.
Okay. So what's the best part about being a man?
The best part about being a man? Well, as far as the workforce is concerned, we're usually respected a little more than women. And a lot of times we don't get talked to the way that some women supervisors do compared to a strong male.
Well, I think that's more so because men are overwhelmingly non-agreeable, you know. So
We are kind of non-agreeable, but the best part about it is, dude, I don't know because I ain't never just switched and been a girl.
yeah.
I love being a male. I love having a beard, and I love having my dick and balls. And I don't know what I'd do without them.
Well, I definitely would say having periods probably wouldn't be fun.
Having periods, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, that's one of the best things that I think
About being a woman?
is best about being a man.
Not having periods?
not having periods,
Okay.
dude. Because
Yeah.
sometimes like the sight of some blood, it can kind of make me a little queasy. And then on top of that, when it's menstrual, since it's internal, man, it's gonna have a smell to it too, and I can't handle it.
I got you. For me, though, I guess the worst thing about being a man is just, I would say, the unrealistic amount of expectations that a man has to go along with the unrealistic amount of ungratefulness that people have for men.
It's true
You know?
too.
Like there's, I always get on the internet and I see how men get bashed and, they're saying that men are oppressing women and that men are this and that. And there's like a whole I hate men movement. And, it's crazy because, there's men out here in the snowstorms and stuff fixing power lines. There's men underneath the roads and the sewers and, whatever. Men die on their jobs way more often than women. You know, Men are way more likely to be victims of violent crime. Men are 5 times more likely to commit suicide.
Our
You know,
insurance premiums are higher. Just saying.
Men are also, um, men are also way more likely to be killed in divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna lose the kids. They're gonna, more than likely lose half of the money. And even if the woman cheats on them, these things could happen. So there's a lot of unrealistic expectations that are put on men. They're supposed to do it all, right? And if some bad shit happens, it's just, suck it up. You're a man. Be a man about it. You know. Um, but I also think that that's the best thing about being a man too, is that when you achieve these things and when you do these things, you are praised heavily, and
You give me some praise.
Yeah.
You give me praise before. We ain't gonna talk about it right now.
Yeah, it just like it's an ego boost, when you go out because the harder you work as a man, and the more of a legacy that you leave, because for men that's like one of the most important things is your legacy.
Yes.
And working
no doubt.
and building on your legacy is something that really it's like I don't know, I think that's the best part about being a man.
Yeah.
You create your value.
For sure.
Okay, so the next question is, what is something you are absolutely tired of hearing about?
Something I'm tired of hearing about.
Yes, sir.
Really and truly, anything political and to do with LeBron James. Tired of it. I'm over it.
I feel you on the LeBron thing. Although it's calmed down a bit lately, or over the last couple of years. Uh, well, for me, I guess something I'm just tired of hearing about is
Just politics, bro. I'm tired of politics.
politics is awful. I'm just tired of like it's gonna sound crazy, and a motherfucker might get canceled over it, but it is what it is. I'm just tired of hearing this.
Fuck them some bitches if they
These
cancel you.
these transsexual, what is a woman, what is a man, self-identifying type stuff.
I'm tired of that shit too, dude.
I don't even have a problem with people who are transsexuals. I want you to do what you want to do. I just don't want to hear about it, man. It's like, I don't know, like, I always hear people say like they don't have any rights and stuff like that, and I just wonder like what I say this because I'm ignorant to it. What rights do you not have? you know. And my thing is like, why do you have to cram it down my, my throat? Pause. Why you have to throw it in my face all the time? Like it's like I don't know. It's almost like y'all are not y'all specifically, but it's almost like it's like a bullying thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to call you this, and I have to say this about you, and if you don't, you're being transphobic. Or like I've seen videos where these guys, like people have said, would you rather date a transgender woman or an old woman? And this dude said a transgender woman. I mean, a older woman, like a regular woman, I guess. Because I mean, now we don't even know what a regular woman is. They've changed the definition so much.
You damn right.
But like,
damn near got to ask for a birth certificate these days,
yeah,
don't you?
that may not even be enough. But the dude like said that he wanted to be with just a regular woman, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's transphobic." And I'm like, why are y'all trying to bully people into wanting to be with you? If a dude doesn't want to be with you, he doesn't have to. If a woman doesn't want to be with you, she doesn't have to. And he can be as discriminatory as he wants when it comes to dating purposes. If he don't want to date you because your eyes are fucking blue, he don't have to date you. So I mean, I just think it's just a little out of control. I mean, especially with this Harry Potter thing that they've been doing lately because of the game. Apparently, like the person that made Harry Potter made some transphobic comments, and there's a Harry Potter game that got released recently, and motherfuckers are saying like if you people that are streaming that game, they have this little website and you can search to see if they've streamed it, and then these people will go on there and just attack them, like, oh, you're transphobic, you're doing this. It's just like bullying to me, and I don't know, I'm just tired of hearing about it. I mean, you know,
I do feel like,
I
and
don't.
I'm not trying to offend anybody that, does what they do, but I do feel like that there is kind of overused because it's almost like if we go to a bar tonight and somebody comes up and punches us in the face, if they say they happen to be gay and we do defend ourselves, then we're looked at as hating gay people.
I, it's that's very true, and that
And it's
that's crazy.
like, okay, well, if I let you go, then it's like, well, I look like a bitch. But if I hit you to defend myself, then I hate all gay people.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can't say anything unfavorable. I say the same. People think I hate women. I don't. But people like if I say anything critical about women,
Yeah.
then everybody immediately comes at me like, "Oh, you're a misogynist. You hate women. You don't like women. You're a woman hater." And I'm like, bro, no. Like, it's crazy how we can sit up here and talk about all the bad things about men, which I do. I definitely talk about the men, but don't nobody say anything when I say bad things about the men. But when I say bad things about women, it's just immediately I'm a woman hater, I'm a misogynist, I'm toxic, I got a little dick. It's just always some shaming language, right? Because you just can't be critical of people anymore, which goes back to
It's all right
people
to
being
be little bitty. A little hometown on a big old city.
man, don't get me copyrighted.
No copyright to Alan Jackson.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll move on. Okay. So if you died today, what would your greatest achievement be?
My greatest achievement would probably be making it to the age that I am now and achieving what I achieved in the time that I achieved it.
So your
And
life.
you say what?
I said so your life would be your greatest achievement.
My life would be my greatest achievement because I've worked since I was 16, even before that. But of course, first job being on the payroll, 16, when you're old enough to. And I've worked my ass off to get where I'm at and have the things that I have. And as well as what I leave behind to my nieces, nephews, family, whatever, anything that I've said to them, tried to teach them, talked to them about, whatever, and that they gain from. Those are my greatest achievements.
Respect. Respect. I guess for me it would just be I don't know. Just
Come on, dude, you got something.
I mean, I guess, getting my master's degree was great. But I don't know. I'm really more proud of this. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, I have a master's degree, but I'm more proud that I've done this than anything else, like the podcast and stuff. So I guess that.
Well, dude, look, you achieved a little bit more than me because all I got is a high school diploma and a couple months of college.
Man, that it's not a competition, man. Everybody, success is different by person. My version of success and your version of
Always.
success is way different. For some people, success is just having children. I don't even have children. So there's some people in life that are, by
Dude.
their definition, more successful than me.
Same, dude. I have no children.
I'm not
Had
mad
I-
about it though. It's FTK all day.
Well, I don't have any that I know about. I'll put it like that. But that would be my biggest success, and hell, I don't care if I ever go get a degree. I don't care if I have $50 million in the bank. As long as I can get up and take my ass to work every day, maintain, and live a happy fucking life, that's all I ever care about. That's a great achievement.
Absolutely. Okay, what is the worst purchase you have ever made?
I fucked off a lot of money. I'm just gonna say that. I fucked off a lot of money. But one of the worst purchases that I've ever made, and I ain't made any fucked up purchases in years, but probably one of the worst purchases I ever made, really and truly, looking back on it, was a pair of buckle jeans that I spent a little over $100 on. And the only reason that I wanted them was because somebody else had them, and I felt like I needed to have them. And so,
Be like that.
and I went and bought me a pair. And so I was like, fuck, man, these don't feel no better than Walmart jeans. Like what I've always got. That's probably one of the worst purchases I've ever got because I don't even have them to this day. And I think not long after I bought them, I ended up losing them. So
Oh man.
that's probably one of the worst purchases I've ever bought. Has to be the worst.
Well, I guess for me, when I was in community college, I got a grant check and I got to keep all the money. And I don't remember the name. I want to say it was, I'm not going to actually say the name because I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to slander them. I am, but people are so happy nowadays. It's a place right up the road from here. And I got this 2002 Dodge Neon, and I put the down payment on it, and it was just a terrible car. I probably drove it for real once or twice.
Players fuck up, dude. It
It's
happens.
a bad purchase, very bad purchase. So yeah, that was definitely the worst purchase I've ever made. What's the most unusual but fun experience that you've had?
Dude, there was this one time I went to a swingers bar in Memphis with somebody, but that shit was fucking fun.
A swingers bar.
It was a swingers bar.
Interesting.
I can-
Very interesting.
I mean, dude, it was just, I can't really describe it. Me being the age I was and doing what I was doing and then just wind up there and just singing the shit. It was a little fun. I myself, I really don't want to do it, but at that time and point I was in my life, it was very fucking unusual, but at that time it was very fucking fun too.
That's actually the perfect answer to that question. I was gonna say like kayaking for me, is I don't really kayak. I've never wanted to, and I actually did it, and it was actually really fun for me. I don't really know if that even constitutes a good answer because it's not really an unusual thing, I guess.
No, dude, it ain't too unusual. I'd rather kayak than canoe. Fun fact.
I don't really know the difference, but well, canoe is like when you're with a group, right?
Yeah, when you're kind of like with a group, but a kayak is gonna be
Single.
It's gonna be a little bit smaller. And
Yeah.
shit like that. So
Okay. All right. What is the most irritating food?
most irritating food to me,
Yeah.
coleslaw.
I that's not my answer, but I agree. It's very irritating. this one's probably gonna give me some flack too, but it's like crab, crawfish, sea like all that stuff we have to do, all that work, like you got like a crab, you gotta break it this way and break it that way, and then you gotta. I don't like all that. Like we were at last week, we were at New China, and my brother, my mother, my mother's, I'm just calling my auntie, and then her son were all there,
Yeah.
and they were getting crawfish, and I promise you, like my brother had to break it the right way, and then had to like you know, he only had a little bit after he did all the breaking. I'm like, that's not even worth it. And it's hella expensive. It's
Very.
easily the most irritating food of like almost I would say of all time for me and it's not nasty. It's just too much fucking work.
Well, crawfish, I like to call it prostitute food. You want to know why?
What's that?
Because old Raging Cajun down there in Louisiana told me one time when you get them crawfish, you got to suck the head and eat the ass.
Oh man. Okay. What does friendship mean to you?
Friendship means to me treating me the way I want to be treated, being real with me. If I need something, you're there. If you need something, I'm there. Just no fuckery. That's what friendship is to me.
Nice. For me, loyalty, love, you know, and love to know that if we may not talk for years or months, but if I see you, it's always gonna be love. There's no deception in friendship to me.
Yes.
Um,
I agree with that.
just camaraderie,
Yeah.
and openness, very openness. I'm very open. No, like I shouldn't be surprised if something happens, type shit.
Yes, I
Um,
agree with that.
and some of the stuff that you've said too, yeah, like you having my back, me giving you helping you out, no hesitation, and same thing vice versa. So yeah, friendship, yeah. What do you own that a lot of people comment on?
What do I own that a lot of people comment on?
Hmm.
Jewelry and watches. Or jewelry and cologne. I'm sorry, jewelry and cologne.
Yeah, I have a lot of jewelry and cologne that people comment on too, but
What's the best in your stash?
I have some Al Harriman Amber Oud. It's my favorite cologne. I paid like $250 for it, and it's easily the best cologne I've ever had. Um, for sure. I got it on a sale for that too. I got it on sale for $250. So
My best cologne is I got a bottle of Bond number 9, and it's probably about $300 bottle of cologne. I got it as a gift from somebody.
yeah, and they did good because I always tell people like spending a lot of money on cologne is not a bad thing because it'll last you for years and years. Perfume too. Um,
Well, dude, look, I don't want to spend $300 on a bottle of cologne and be starving like hell. So
I mean, I get that. I mean, obviously, I'm just saying if you do get cologne, don't buy anything cheap because the cheap stuff is strong, doesn't last very long. If you buy
better off
something,
getting some Brut
I guess.
or Brute, whatever you want to call it.
Um, but for me, it's always my shoes. That's what people comment on. I spend hella money on shoes. Well, I used to, but I don't spend it a lot anymore. But yeah, definitely my shoes. Is what
Not
most
really
people
a
comment
shoe guy. I'm kind of old fashioned, man. Like, you may catch me in a pair of tennis shoes every so often, but most of the time, if you see me, I'm either going to be in blue jeans and boots or shorts and flip flops. And there's usually no in between.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, we all have like our likes and stuff. Shoes for me, for sure, though. Love them. Um, what do you like to do that is traditionally considered feminine?
You first.
Decorating. I love to decorate stuff. That's like changing up my house, cleaning up my room. Well, not cleaning up, but like kind of changing my room around. Like, I'm like, bro, like I want to get this and this in here. I want to decorate, put a fireplace here, put like a mural right here or some shit. Like I like the decorating. Shut up, Siri. I like to decorate, man. That's just like something I like to do. It also takes me forever to get like ready because I'm like I'm like trying to pick out an outfit that I wear. I might put on 10, 11 different outfits before I find one, and that is traditionally considered feminine. So I would say yeah, those are two things
We'll
that I do.
see. I reckon with me is probably either have to be, which a lot more men are doing it now these days, but cooking and
That is traditionally considered feminine. So
that's
yeah,
traditionally considered
even though
feminine.
more, it's not really now. It isn't, but back in the day, it's a traditional trait of women. So yes, that would count.
I love to bake and grill and all that good shit, dude. So it's like I like to be in the kitchen, but sometimes when I'm in the mood, I do like to be kind of flashy like women. I like to kind of show off, have something nice. I like to kind of have that Ric Flair or something,
Alright.
something like that kind of vibe, or I don't even know, maybe even a Madonna because she's kind of eccentric and I'm eccentric in my own way.
Okay,
So
not bad. All right. All right. So let's say your house caught on fire and you could save one thing out of it. Assuming that all people and animals were out of the house, what would be that one thing that you would save?
nothing because
Really?
materialistic things are honestly replaceable. I don't have anything in my house really and truly that I can't replace. Anything that I have that I don't want anything to happen to, it is stored somewhere that I know and for sure for a fact if it were to burn down, it would still be there. Like a century safe type shit.
Interesting. Well, I would just say my phone. I mean, uh, that would be what I would want more so than anything.
Yeah, you gotta have your damn porn, don't you?
I do like porn. I'm a man that fancies porn, but not for the porn. Uh, my whole life is really revolved around my cell phone, man.
I
Like,
feel you, dude. I just
yeah,
had to fuck with you for a minute.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So that's the last question for the second topic. So we're just gonna move on to the last topic, which is normally a staple of my show, the ones where I normally get a lot of the the pushback and stuff. So I just ask random questions about you personally, and I'll probably show some judgment depending on whatever the answer is. So we'll see. All right. So the first question is, what is your favorite fruit?
Fruit,
Yes.
mango,
Oh, that's interesting. Didn't expect that. Mango.
mangoes.
Wow. So no watermelon, huh?
Never really been a big watermelon person, dude.
That's tough. Man. Grapes, oranges, any of those in your top five?
Dude, look, fruits are higher than shit.
That
I
is
don't
true.
eat a lot of fruits. So like if I had
Mango.
to like have a favorite fruit, it'd be mango.
That's interesting.
Mango, maybe kiwi. I do love kiwi because it's got kind of a little bit more of a tart, kind of a tart flavor. Some of them do, depending on.
Yeah,
So, mango and kiwi would probably be my top two fruits.
that is interesting. Okay.
Of course, plums and apples and berries and shit like that. But
Yeah, respectfully, because you don't like nothing good. You don't like nothing good,
we'll see.
Barry.
I don't care for watermelon, dude.
That's tough.
I just really don't. Like, I'll eat. It comes when I eat watermelon. It's because it hits me with kind of like a crave, like how a craving hits you. I have
So
to
you just have
crave
to
it
you
to
have to
want it.
crave it to want it. I get that. I mean, it's not something that you just eat every day either. But
Because watermelon carries,
mango?
a lot of water,
Oh, absolutely, 70%. I think.
and I drink probably 80% of water, along with your body being 70%. So I don't really want any watermelon.
Fair, I guess. Okay. Favorite vegetable.
Asparagus.
That's a respectable answer. I said asparagus is one of the most underrated vegetables because I don't think a lot of people talk about it. For me, it's definitely steamed broccoli, though. I gotta have some broccoli.
Asparagus or okra.
hit and miss for me. Do you get it like fried, or do you rather have it like the slimy boiled?
I'll take okra or maters or any of that any way I can get it.
I'm not a big tomato person.
You're not a tomato person?
Uh-uh.
Are you serious, dude?
I will only eat a tomato if it's like chopped up.
Well, dude, look,
But like the big slices and hell no, they ruin everything with them. Like
what you need to do is you need to get you one of these here and go out to somebody's garden and get you a pillar of salt. A pillar, like they say in the Bible, a pillar of salt. Get you a fresh mater. Get you that pillar of salt. You're in business.
oh,
Just straight from the vine.
oh, that sounds awful. Oh, that sounds awful.
You're a fucking Yankee.
I guess I can't do it. Can't do it. Okay. Favorite fast food restaurant.
Chick-fil-A.
Let's go. Oh my god, bro! I've been up here defending Chick-fil-A for months.
Number 2 is definitely Arby's.
Oh wow, now that's what we're gonna have to disagree. Number 2?
Number 2 is Arby's because so many people want to bash Arby's.
As deservedly so. It's mid. It's not nasty. It's just like
It's mid-grade, but everybody else wants to put shit above it. And a lot of times what they put above it, I know that Arby's can do it like a little bit better. Like,
oh wow.
I'm not going to lie, Arby's, when they had the burger up there, their burger was better than the fucking Whopper at Burger King.
Oh, you you talking reckless, man. Ain't no what.
Fuck it.
That's crazy. Arby's?
Arby's, Chick-fil-A and Arby's are...
Chick-fil-A for sure. Hey, listen, I'm all for Chick-fil-A.
What's your number 2, Cole?
I haven't even thought about it. I mean, I like Wendy's. I like McDonald's.
I just say Chick-fil-A and Arby's because those are about the 2 fast food restaurants that I eat at the most. I try to cook more at home.
Oh, for sure. I don't eat Chick-fil-A as much, but I do. I love it. I probably would say McDonald's. My second.
McDonald's is pretty good.
They're just reliable.
They're more than reliable for me. That was my first job, man. I've got a good brother that worked there, and he still is there. And I know when he's there, my shit is gonna be right.
I feel that. What is an overrated fast food restaurant?
You said overrated?
Yes, one that people act like is really good, but it's really not.
Ooh, Lord, I'm gonna take some heat for this. But I'm gonna say Popeyes
That's fair. I don't.
is a little overrated because, in my opinion, I think Churches has got them beat. Don't get me wrong, I'll eat either one, but if I have a choice, I'd much rather go to Churches than Popeyes.
Okay. No, I mean, listen. My answer is always consistently Zaxby's, but if I had to choose another place that's kind of overrated,
I'm going with Olive Garden or Red Lobster.
I agree with the Olive Garden. Olive Garden is hella expensive, and the food is not.
I can
great.
cook better chicken Alfredo at the house.
It's funny because most of the chicken Alfredo I've had that's been good and I had chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden. I was like, oh man, I've had this person's and and it's been way better. So yeah, I would say Olive Garden is cool. I would probably say though, as far as like fast food is concerned, maybe White Castle. White Castle is very overrated to me.
White Castle is better than Crystals, but I'm not going to rank it.
Well, I mean, for me to say that anything is better than Crystals is, in my opinion, isn't really saying anything because Crystals is just
So you'd eat bologna before Crystals?
absolutely. Well, I'll tell you this. The chicken Crystals are good, right? But everything else is it's just not. And if I was gonna get a chicken sandwich, I'd just go somewhere else. Like McDonald's, Popeyes, KFC even.
I'd much rather have bologna than Crystals. Crystals is, they're good. They're just one of those restaurants where I gotta have a craving for them.
The only way that I would go to Crystals is if like they were open at like 3 in the morning after the club. Other than that, there's no other reason I'd go there, and they would have to be the only place open.
One of these days, I'm just gonna have to pop back up at T's with you, for T's with you, and have a few with you, and just when you go to T's, you like to have cups of water or Sprite or something like that.
Yeah, I don't drink, man. I don't drink.
I wish you'd let me have some damn beer on here. I'd pop a top.
Okay. How do you eat your steak?
Medium.
Respectable. I eat mine medium rare, but
You said medium rare.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of people think that it's bleeding, but it's actually pretty fucking juicy and very good medium rare.
Absolutely.
I will not send it back if it's medium rare. But if it's rare, I'll send it back.
Yeah, that's
If it's well done, I will send it back.
Talk to him.
But anything in between, I'll take it. I'll take it.
For sure. Okay. Dream car.
You said my dream car?
Yeah.
Probably be a 57 Thunderbird.
Okay.
I love that body style of it, and I just love the way that it, I don't know. I love the interior. I just love everything about it. My daddy had bought me one when I was a child, one of the little Hot Wheels ones, and ever since then, I fell in love. When I seen one of them, I was like, one of these days, I'm gonna get me one, whether it fucking kills me.
I got you. Well, mine is a little bit more modern, I guess. Just a Lamborghini Aventador would be perfect. I'd drive at the speed limit though. Wouldn't want no trouble from the cops.
Well, dude, to be honest with you, I actually want a car to where if the fucking starter or the fuel pump goes out, I can actually afford to fix it.
Well, that's why it's a dream car for me because I'm probably not. I would say I'm probably not going to get any one of those in my lifetime. So
I might get me a Thunderbird one of these days if I can ever find it and fix it up and all that.
Oh, for sure.
Either a 57 Thunderbird or a Cadillac Barrettes.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. What is your favorite candy?
Warheads, anything sour. Warheads and anything sour.
Interesting. Well, right now, because mine changes a lot, but right now it's a Snickers. Right now.
Oh, are we talking about candy bars or just candy in general?
You could say just Warheads. I mean, Warheads are sour candy. I mean, same thing.
Well, true.
Yeah.
My favorite candy bar, though, is Snickers, so me and you got a little something in common. I
yeah.
fuck with Snickers.
All right. Yeah, it's just for now, though, because it used to be like the regular Hershey's, but I had to switch over.
You old plain Jane motherfucker, then.
I am, though, for real. I do eat a lot of basic-ass shit, for real. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Favorite dessert?
Pussy. I'm playing, dude. Look, dude, my favorite dessert would probably be cheesecake.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. I don't like cheesecake. I get a lot of hell for that, too. Oh, man. Not a big fan of cheesecake. Favorite for me, I don't eat it often, and that's why I think it's my favorite. But I love a good funnel cake.
I love some funnel cake, double the powdered sugar.
Absolutely. Because you eat it too fast and it ain't enough. Like, you got to have it perfect. So, yeah, funnel cake for sure. Overrated dessert.
You said an overrated dessert?
Yes.
Chess squares, if you know what they are.
I don't know. What is a chess square?
Like,
I'm going to look it up.
just look it up, dude. I
Chess-
didn't know what they were. Either a chess square or like a caramel cake. I'll say caramel cake.
Caramel cake?
I'm going to say caramel cake's just a little overrated.
Okay. Southern flaky, buttery. What is it? Cheese, chess cake, butter cake with cream cheese. Yeah, they lost me there. I don't like cream cheese, so
Yeah.
yeah, that ain't gonna work. Um,
So I'll just say caramel cake to me is just a little overrated. Either caramel cake or honestly chocolate cake.
I 100% agree with you on the chocolate cake as well. Caramel cake is okay. It's just
We'll just say chocolate cake is
but chocolate cake, absolutely okay. For me though, I had this on the discussion last week. Three things, and you'll probably call me a Yankee again, I guess. But there's three. Anything red velvet is mad overrated.
You are definitely a fucking Yankee.
Peach cobbler, hella overrated. Banana pudding, hella overrated. All three of them.
You need to go back up north with your funny ass houses and your funny ass cars. That's what you need to do.
You know, it's funny. Where I used to live was technically considered the South too.
Where, Maryland?
Nah, I lived in Virginia. Technically, it's considered the South.
Oh yeah, it's below the Mason Dixon, but
Florida is technically considered the South too. But I wouldn't consider that to be a Southern state by culture. So
fuck no, dude.
definitely
Florida
the
is its own
metropolitan
fucking
area.
country, dude.
yeah,
They're their own fucking country.
yeah, for sure. Okay, ass or titties?
Really and truly, give me both.
Well, you gotta pick one.
Why?
I mean, obviously we like both, but I'm saying like, which one would you prefer a little bit more than the other?
I prefer more ass.
Same. Like, cause I would rather have somebody with like the worst version of an ass is gross, but the worst version of titties are, if they got ass, it's like okay. But
Yes.
if you have really big titties but like absolutely no ass, it's awful.
Very.
Yeah, but if you have like
You look like bird. You look like a damn bird.
man, like a 12-year-old boy,
Yeah.
it's awful. Okay, biscuits or toast?
Biscuits.
Same. I don't even know why I put that on there. I already know most people are gonna say biscuits on that anyway. And this is the last question of the podcast, man. But it's not really it's more of a, I guess it is a question, but the last question is, what advice would you have for this generation of young adults?
Get off of these fucking phones. Go climb a tree. Get dirt on your hands. Get muddy.
Solid.
Go be some fucking body.
Yes.
That'd be my advice.
For sure. Well, I'll just summarize what I gave last week for my advice. For men, create your value. For women, preserve your value. Simple.
Very, very good.
Well, all right. Well, we have reached the end of the show, my guy. This part is called Final Thoughts. You just tell me how you like the show. Your overall thoughts on the show, and then if there's any topics you wanted to revisit or anything like that,
I give it the big thumbs up. And I'm glad to, finally be a guest on here. I'd love to be a guest again if you want me to.
Absolutely.
And my final thoughts would be, let's go out here. Let's get this money. And let's try to have something. Let's try to have something nice.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the bullshit, man. It's too much negativity going on in the world and just all kind of shit, man. Let's just go out here, get some money, take some trips, and let's just live life because tomorrow ain't promised.
That's
And you got to live every day like it's your last. And that's it for me. You want to do a little Q&A? We'll just sit here and talk a little shit. If you want to?
Nah, I mean, I think we did pretty good. I would say,
Well, TJ, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
How does a butcher introduce his wife?
How?
Meat patty.
I was like, what? I see though. That's funny as fuck. Meat patty. Because the first I was like, what?
Here,
Oh, yeah, meat patty. I got it.
oh yeah, give me a joke, cool.
Okay, how about I just give you this one then?
Yee.
What do you call a gay dinosaur?
What's that?
A megasaurus.
Megasaur ass. I love it, dude. I got a gay joke for you, and I hope you don't. And I ain't trying to offend nobody by this.
Yes,
but what do you call a gay drive-by?
What?
A fruit roll-up.
Oh my god. Okay. We need to end it before we get canceled.
For sure, dude.
Okay.
We about to get canceled if we keep going, especially if I keep going, because I'm X-rated for sure. Especially if you hang around me. You know me pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those things. If you want to be, I didn't say this in the beginning, if you want to be on the show, hit me up in the socials in the description or in the comments, whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So y'all be easy. You gonna be fucking the bitch with the bitch legs, but the fish mouth. She gonna be looking at you like this.
I bet you that's tough.